Bum-ba-da-dump. There you go. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Update Show. 7 o'clock Central European Time, 0700, and we're back. It was a short night. Actually, I could have gone live 40 seconds earlier, but don't worry, man. If I'm only late by 40 seconds, all is good for today. As you can see, the beautiful San Antonio River walk in the background. Been there myself, fantastic. Love San Antonio. Going to show you a bigger picture of it later. Let's get into the topics this morning. Of course, we've got some football, rugby, Major League Baseball, a little update in the WNBA, NFL, cricket, and whatever you guys come up with, whatever you come up with. Let me just quickly go into the chat. There you go. Good morning, Marnus. Good morning, Belinda, Cliff, Surrender, Noah, Ty, Rose Garden, Ronnie, everybody in there this morning. Fantastic. There we go. So let's get that out the way, the topics, and important, subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. Remember that, guys. So last night, live on this channel, we did the game between Leeds and Everton. It was a hard watch, but Leeds did win on a penalty at the end. Came very late in the game, very deserved win for Leeds. Everton didn't rock up, and that surprised me even more that after the game, David Moyes was talking about the referee. Talk about your crap football team. That for 97 minutes, because that's how long the game went, they did nothing. Nothing. You played like a team doomed for relegation, my friend. And then you come out and you have the audacity to complain about the refs. Take a book out of Russie's page. He came out and he said he was dog shit, his players were dog shit. That's what you got to do. Not bloody blame the refs. Not for that one. Come on. So that's the first week of the Premier League is done. Looking forward to the second week. It can only get better for some teams. Some teams are already under a lot of pressure. Man United. WNBA. No games today. Oh, why is the word dream there? I don't know. But these are the games that are coming up tonight. There was nothing last night. So these are the five teams, matches that we'll see in the WNBA tonight. Then before we get over to the Isa, good morning. Before we go over to the Major League Baseball, I'm going to quickly switch the thing here, and there you go. I'm going to take that away quickly. That way, not good on the side there. But you can see the river walk. I'm going to go this way. That way, you see the river walk even better. But what I actually wanted to show you guys was this. The Women's World Cup does start on Friday, and just to run down the pools quickly, and I didn't want to put myself in too much work, so we quickly switched over to the DEFCON rugby show here. Pool A, you've got England, Australia, USA, and Samoa. I think it's a tough group with three good teams there in there with USA, Australia, and England. In Group B, you've got Canada, Scotland, Wales, and Fiji. Also, I think could be a tough group. New Zealand should dominate this group easy. I see New Zealand winning every game by over 50 in Group C. And in Group D, France, Italy, South Africa, and Brazil should also be a tight one. I think the French will be obviously the favorites in this group. And then the Italians and the South Africans, I think, will battle it out for that second spot. It's just a little bit of information there on the women's rugby coming up. So we'll switch back over to the sports show again. Yes, and Vern will do that opening game of the championship between England and the USA. He'll do that live straight after the Curry Cup. So let's get into the Major League Baseball this morning. And there was quite a lot of baseball. The Brewers actually should have had a doubleheader last night, meaning they should have played two games, one behind the other. But they won the first game against the Cubs 7-0. And as you can see at the bottom half of the screen there on scoreboard 2, the second one was postponed. Then the Astros got hammered 10-0 by the Detroit Tigers. The St. Louis Cardinals beat the Florida Marlins 8-3. The Toronto Blue Jays lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates 2-5. The Seattle Mariners lost in a high-scoring game 7-12 to the Philadelphia Phillies. The Baltimore Orioles beat the Boston Red Sox. Not good news for my friend High Life, who's just come in. The Red Sox are still in the wild card hunt, but they were number one in the wild card, and now they're number 3. So not a good day for Red Sox fans. Then the White Sox, Red Sox, White Sox, they won 13-9 against the Atlanta Braves. Another high-scoring game. I mean, I'm gonna run the statistics sometime this week. I want to know, is there ever been a season that we've had so many runs? It's unbelievable. The Rangers lost to the Royals 3-4. Then, like I said, the second game of the Brewers Cubs was postponed. The Dodgers lost again to the Rockies 4-3. The Reds beat the Angels 4-1. The Guardians beat the Diamondbacks 3-1. And the Giants beat the Padres. Dodgers lost to Colorado, yep. That's the way it is, high life. Then, let me just put this away for you. So we'll start with the American League. And there you see at the moment. So Detroit, Toronto, and Houston are in the playoffs, guaranteed. Then the 3 wildcard teams are going to be New York, the Seattle Mariners, and the Boston Red Sox. Got a little bit of a gap between Boston and Cleveland at the moment, a 3-game gap. So looking, the Rockies are awful. No, the Rockies are cuck, man. They are shit. The Rockies. But yeah, so that is your American League. Let me just go into the National League. Then you'll see what we're talking about. The Rockies down at the bottom there. I mean, they've played like 130 games already, and they've won 36. I mean, they've got a win percentage of 28%. That is terrible. In the National League, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Chicago Cubs are, as of now, in a playoff spot. But Los Angeles Dodgers very close to the Cubs. The Padres and the New York Mets would be the wild card at the moment. Not such a big gap there. I think the Cincinnati Reds still have a chance. St. Louis Cardinals, yeah, it's going to be tough for them to make a wild card. The same for San Francisco. And I think after San Francisco, I think everybody else is basically out of it. I don't think the Rockies are going to make the playoffs. I'm willing to bet money on that. Sorry about that. I don't have a lot this morning, so Then a little bit of NFL news. Last night there was the final game of week 2 of the preseason, and the Bengals beat the Commanders 31-17. Good win there for the Bengals. Joe Burrow surprisingly actually played some minutes in this game, the starting quarterback for the Bengals, so that did surprise me a little bit. Then we'll get into the football. There you go. Then we'll get into some other football news. The Spanish League, the Elche played against Real Betis, and that was a 1-1 draw. Real Betis, you need Anthony. So, you loaned him out from United last year. Just pay the 30 million, take Anthony, and then you'll start winning again. In the German Deutsche DFB Pokal, yes, the Germans, I've got to sit properly because my back's hurting. There were 4 games last night, and Düsseldorf beat Schweinfurt 4-2. Mainz knocked out Dynamo Dresden. That'll hurt Wern's heart. 1-0. Hertha Berlin came through on penalties against Preußen Münster, and Borussia Dortmund made a tough one out of it against Rot-Weiß Essen, or if you want to translate, Red-White Essen. But that's the name of the team. Never heard of the Spanish teams in my life. Yeah, you see, that's why you have Vic and Vern Sports Chat, because here you can evolve, you can learn new things. If it's all good, I don't know, but you can learn new things. Then there was some games in the Coppa Italia, the Italian Cup. Hellas Verona beat Ceriganola. I've never heard of them, I'll be honest with you. There you go, high life. I'm learning as well. On penalties, that was 1-1. Then Spezia and Sampdoria drew 1-1, and Spezia came through on penalties. Udinese beat Caraccarese 2-0, and Torino beat Modena 1-0. So that was the results in the Italian Cup. Got one more football to come, just a little bit of a mix. The Portuguese league started, and Porto beat the Gil Vicente 2-0. In the Turkish Super League has also started, and Trabzonspor beat Kazim Baza 1-0. And then there was a few games in the African Nations Championship. Algeria drew to Algeria drew to Niger 0-0. And South Africa and Uganda in a high-scoring game. I should have done that game live last night instead of Leeds against Everton. South Africa and Uganda drew 3-3. NFL, what is college football also? Yeah, I did the college football yesterday. That's all starting up this weekend as well. And yeah, tell me who your favorite team is. High Life in. Tell me who your favorite team is there in the college football. We'll talk about that. Then cricket is going on at the moment. I know that Jan Ray put out some score there, but Jan Ray, if you're still in the chat, let me know. South Africa won the toss and they are batting first against Australia. It was, I think, after 4 overs, 14 runs, no wickets. So red zone in Disney ESPN flag now. Yeah, it looks like it. The Irish, ooh, Notre Dame. You're a Notre Dame fan. Cool, man. Me, I do like Alabama Crimson Tide. I like them. I like Nick Saban. Who was their coach? So yeah. And don't forget, I did a quick rugby video last night on the Springboks squad prediction. Coach Vic, what I think was going to be the Springboks team. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. You know, quite a little bit of fun. Take it with a little bit of a wink. Roll Tide, yeah, of course. I can't. That's on my bucket list one day, to go to Tuscaloosa and you know, check out a game there of the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'd like to get the Crimson Tide against the LSU Tigers. Now that would be a game I'd love to go and watch. And yeah, and our DEFCON Rugby show yesterday, all about the Springboks, and a lot of information on the NPC, the Australian League, the Currie Cup. So go check that video out as well. Kind of that's the morning show this morning, 12 minutes. I got there eventually. Wavik, you are well behind with the cricket score. Yeah, look, I have no idea what the cricket is. I can't watch live. I'm doing this one live. I'm going to Boston in February. Ooh. But if you're going to Boston in February, you got to go. Oh, you got to get a Patriots game, my friend. You've got to go to Foxborough, man. February 2027. Are we going to hook up there? Are we going to meet each other there? That's that idea. Go to Boston quickly in February. The NPC New Zealand is awful. No, it's not awful. It's a developmental league, same as the Currie Cup. You give some of the younger players a chance. That's what you're doing. But hey, that was the show for this morning, guys. For everybody that's still watching the cricket, enjoy. Let's go South Africa. Let's go Proteas. Can we beat the Aussies? Can we start something new that we actually beat Australians for a change? Don't forget, later this afternoon, we're going to have the DEFCON Rugby show. So check that out. That'll be at 1700 Central European time. And otherwise, you guys have a wonderful Tuesday, not Monday, as it stands here at the bottom. I haven't changed the day. It is Tuesday. Don't worry about it. And we'll see you all later. Ciao, guys, man.